Welcome to Selling Edge. I am Salim Sheikh, sales training consultant and coach. Today's topic, that is sales easy or tough? Very interesting one. We will try and address whether it is easy or tough little later, but we need to explore a lot of possibilities which are there. Now, when we say difficult or tough, there are many things that comes in front of you. People might say that it is difficult primarily because of the cutthroat competition which is there in the market, maybe demanding customers, maybe the product are not up to the mark, or maybe target pressures. Yes, these things are definitely there, and in fact I would say that these things are there, these challenges are there. That is why actually it is a blessing in disguise, and that is why actually salespeople are required. If those difficulties are not there in the market, why one would require a salesperson? So we should be happy that there are difficulties in the market, and that is why the salespeople are required. Now the difficulties and toughness that I am talking about, we need to go little deeper into all those difficulties that many people feel or experience. So when we are going down and see what these difficulties are, before we discuss that, we need to have a conceptual understanding about some aspects of our behavior and how we feel. You will find that the beliefs and values that we have, which we have developed over the years, right from your childhood, you have developed your beliefs and values. They have a huge impact on how you feel and how you react, how you behave. I will give an example. Now suppose your belief is that you are a very good speaker, and you would enjoy speaking in front of a crowd. And when the opportunity comes, when you have to really go and address the crowd, you will find that how you feel is, you feel confident because of the belief. You may be little nervous, there may be butterflies in the stomach, but that is all right. But at the end of the day, you will find that your speech went very well, people have appreciated, and you also liked it, because you were confident in delivering that. Vis-a-vis, if your belief is that you are not a good speaker, and you feel that it will be a really horrible experience talking in front of a crowd, invariably when the time comes, you will find that you are feeling less confident. In fact, you are scared, and when you go on the stage and time to talk to people, you will find that you go blank, you don't know what to say, and that becomes a horrible experience in your life. And next time when this kind of a situation comes, you will try to avoid that, because that wasn't a good experience that you had. Now your beliefs and values has a impact on how you behave and how you feel. Similarly, we need to also see our beliefs and value in relation to our selling career. Now we need to dive deep and see what those core beliefs which are there, whether they are really empowering you or they are pulling you down. So let's address that. And once you address those core issues, root causes which are there, I believe that selling would be fun. Now let's start with something like recently my niece, she passed her MBBS, and I have seen her growth right from childhood, and her parents were constantly telling her that you have to become a doctor, you have to become a doctor, and that constant programming has helped her to become a doctor. Similarly, you will find that many of the parents constantly hammer and keep telling you that you have to become an engineer, you have to become a doctor, you have to become a scientist, or you have to become a sports person. Now, those influences are there on you. But I really wonder how many of the parents has actually sort of told you that, when you grow up, you have to become a great salesperson. Very rarely. I haven't seen anybody who says that, my parents have brought me up by saying that you need to become a salesperson. So when you joined a sales field, primarily it is more by chance rather than by choice. In fact, I have seen many salespeople, they join selling career, primarily because there is an instant opportunity which is available. The thinking behind is that, okay, let's get started. You are earning some money, and later on, whenever some opportunity comes, probably you can quit and join. And it takes some time for many people to realize that you can't go anywhere. You have to stay in sales. Now, because of this kind of thinking, this kind of a background, many guys are not very passionate about selling. They are very casual, and if you are not passionate, it will be seen in your behavior. Your customers will be able to see it. You will not be devoted. You will not be that confident about when you are doing a selling. Now, what do you do? Because this is very critical. I have seen lots of people. In fact, the attrition is very high in the first and second year. Why? Because people somehow not imagine, they are not passionate about sales, and they are very uncomfortable. They leave. So, how do we address this issue? I believe that you have to reprogram your mind. Selling is a rewarding career. You believe that it is a rewarding career. You get opportunities to meet multiple diverse people from different background, and you can make your career. You can earn a lot of money. So a lot of benefits are there, but you need to actually believe that this is something, a career that I want to build. Once you accept that, and who will reprogram your mind? You only have to do it. Constantly talk about it. How do you know what is your current level of thinking? Watch out for your self-talk. Watch out for what you talk to your friend. Watch out for what kind of advice you give to the new guys who come to you and ask you, okay, this is an opportunity, shall I join? I have seen many guys who tell them, don't join sales field, it is horrible. Now, if you don't believe that the selling field is rewarding and really interesting, you cannot enjoy that, you cannot succeed. So first thing that we need to correct in ourselves is get passionate, reprogram our mind. Now let's look at the other aspect of our life. I would like to ask a question, as to how does a society look at failures? When you fail at something, some task or exams or something, how do they look at it? You will find that usually people who fail, they are looked down. People feel that he is a failure, he is a loser, and that is why many people do not want to attempt, because of the fear of failure. And in fact, in our formal education also, people always talk about how to succeed, all that. That is perfectly all right. You have to talk about it, but at the same time, we also need to be told that how to handle the failures, and in sales how to handle the rejections. I have seen people, they do cold call, and rejection is the integral part of selling. And when you get those rejections, quite often people try to avoid cold calling itself in fear of those rejections. If you don't accept rejections, and if you don't, make yourself tough, difficult for us to survive in this competitive market. Now, we need to be handling rejections. How we can do that? Because that is a clear-cut idea. We have an idea that, the rejection, we have not been trained and programmed to handle failures. So more rejections you handle, more stronger you become. Believe that. Because that is integral part of the business and selling. So reprogram your mind. The best way is, keep meeting people. Take rejection in your stride. More rejections you will get, more stronger you become. In fact, you'll find many of the senior guys would tell you that, what kind of a struggle we saw, what kind of a treatment we received from the customer. In spite of that, we have carried on, and now today we are successful. So our past and our upbringing may not have huge advantage in terms of handling failure, but you can always restart your thinking and reprogram your mind. Another thing that I would like to bring it for a discussion is, isn't it a fact that most of the parents would bring up their children saying that don't talk to the strangers, right? So you have been brought up with the idea that strangers are something you should not be talking to. And here you are joining a selling field, and your boss is telling to talk to the strangers. So isn't it uncomfortable? Yes, it is uncomfortable. and many people are really scared about it. Now, see, one thing is sure, strangers only can get you the additional business. Unless you approach them, talk to them, get friendly with them, you will not be able to get success in sales. Now, we need to change. Again, I would say that it is basically we need to reprogram our mind for many of the basic and important aspects of our selling. So, what is the way out? One is that keep calling in spite of the fact that you are scared. Keep talking to strangers, calling strangers, and then you get immune. You don't feel anything, don't feel scared. And more you call people, more you talk to strangers, you become comfortable. That is the only way. You need to get immune to that. Reward yourself for accepting no's and calling many people. So that is one of the aspect which is important in selling. And the fourth aspect that I would share with you. For you to become a good salesperson, what is important is that you should be asking question. And why asking question is important? Mainly because without that you will not be able to understand what are the customer needs, what are their problems, what are the opportunities that they can actually encash. And if you don't ask questions, naturally you will struggle. You must have seen many sales guys, they go to a customer and open their folder or brochure or whatever they have, and straightway start talking about the product and services that they have. But that is not the right way. You need to be actually finding out the customer and talk about it. But again, when it comes to asking questions, right from the childhood we have been actually discouraged to ask questions. And a small child is curious and they will ask a lot of questions. I heard that more than 100 questions a small child, a child 5 years old will ask more than 100 questions out of curiosity. But how many parents and would actually encourage them to ask questions and they answer it? In fact, they would scold them, okay, don't ask me any question. And as we grow, actually our capacity to ask question decreases. It is said that an adult would ask hardly 10 or 15 questions, and a salesperson should be expert in asking those questions. And in fact, again, I would say our formal education teaches you to give answer, but they do not teach you to ask questions. So asking question is something that we need to again practice and use in our selling. This is one of the areas where people fail and they feel it difficult to get the business, primarily because they are not finding out the need. And when it comes to listening, if your customer is talking to you and talking about their issues and challenges, you should be listening properly. That again is an area I would say that is a challenge for many, because we have not been taught to listen. You have been taught to talk. You need to be a good communicator, good orator. But I believe many of us have not actually been formally taught as to how to listen, which is so critical for building relationship, understanding issues, and so on and so forth. Now, these are few things that we have seen are the core issues by which we find selling tough. But again, if you reprogram your mind, practice certain things, and decide and get passionate about it that I have to change myself, you will find selling becomes a fun. Now, let's come back to our original question. Is selling easy or tough? I would say it is not easy or it is tough. It is challenging. And when the challenges are there, you enjoy them, and selling becomes enjoyable. So I would suggest that start enjoying your selling and make a career out of it. This is a really rewarding career, believe me. All the best. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much.